So I see we get a lot of comments asking if Fix It Felix JR, the game that was featured in Wreck-It Ralph, is a real game, or if it's playing on a cartridge, or if it plays on a regular Genesis. A lot of questions to that effect. So I thought that I would do this quick little video clearing up any misconceptions about that. To answer your question, yes, it is a real cartridge. Now this was not a cartridge that was produced originally on the Sega Genesis. This is a very talented programmer made this after Wreck-It Ralph came out. And see, it's just a standard 27C322 EEPROM that most people use when they make Genesis repros. This game is actually going to a customer, so this doubles as testing it at the same time. Put in the Retron, power it up. Should show up in just a minute. Let's turn it up so we can actually hear it. And here it is, the actual Fix It Felix cartridge running on a Retron 3. It'll run on a Genesis, of course. I just used the Retron 3 because we do a lot of testing of games, and it's handy to have an NES, Genesis, SNES all in one instead of having 3 consoles on my already clearly very messy and chaotic desk. So, kind of a long intro, but they did a great job on really retaining the feel of a game that would have been produced in the late 80s. Good little voice clip there. It's nice. So there's actually 2 versions, at least that I know of. There's 2 versions of this game. This is the more complete one. There was one that came out earlier that was not very complete, didn't have nearly as many animations, didn't have that whole intro mode, and didn't play as well as this one does. But this is a really fun game, just you know, old school arcade style. And props go to the programmer of this. He did an amazing job. The ROM for this game is out there. It's publicly available. I'm sorry I don't remember exactly where I got it. But if you're interested in just playing it, I'd say search out the ROM and, you know, I've never actually played this game for very long. As you can see, it starts to get a little harder at this level. Like now we have these shutters on that window to the left. I can't go over there. So it's going to make me go down. Let's see if we can get that. No, we missed the pie there. If there's shrubs, you can't go down. You can't jump down. So this totally feels like a game that could have come out in the late 80s or mid 80s in the arcade to compete with Donkey Kong and other games of that era. It has the same kind of feel. And just really simple one-button gameplay. But, you know, games don't always have to be complicated. Sometimes the simplest games are the best. Now we have birds, they look like mallards. Flying around, they'll knock you off the ledge. Try to avoid getting hit by them. But yeah, that was level 1. Just starts over level 2. I'm sure it gets a little bit harder. I haven't had the chance to play too much of this. Unfortunately, I've been very, very busy recently, and hence why I haven't put up a YouTube video in about a year now. But I do hope to get into playing more games and starting to do videos on a regular basis again. Uh-oh, we're kind of in trouble there. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a little harder than the first go-round. More shrubs on the windows, more birds as you can see, more shutters. I've also just noticed that I have a time limit for each stage. Oh, yeah, no way out of that. And so there you go. There's Fix It Felix Jr. on the Genesis. It does come on a real cartridge if you want to get one, or you can find the ROM online, play it that way. Highly recommend that you give it a shot.